Hello everybody, it's that Cuber guy, and welcome to my how to solve a Pyraminx tutorial. Now, I've been thinking of doing this for a long time, just haven't gotten around to it, because I've been lazy, and as you know from my video quality the last couple of days, yeah, it hasn't been that great, and so I just wanted to make an actual cubing tutorial. So yeah, let's get right into it. So, the first thing we're going to have to do is learn some vocabulary about a Pyraminx. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to learn is what these are. Now, these are called your tips. Alright, you have 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, and 4 right back here. And you have 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4 colors, as you can see right there. Now, we also have these things called centers. Now, there's these 3 ones right here. This, and this, which kind of make a radioactive sign. These are your centers. So you have some on each side, or not those. These that match up with the tips. So they're lined up with the tips. Those are your centers. Now, the third and final piece of vocabulary that you're going to need to know is these pieces. Now, this right here is called an edge, because it's the edge of the Pyraminx, and it can move. So this is pretty much what the most important part of the entire Pyraminx is. The centers and tips are solved very easily, but the edges are the only parts that you really have to memorize an algorithm for. So, now on to the tutorial. You can go ahead and scramble up your Pyraminx, so we can just do that right now. And we can get started. Now, the first step to solving a Pyraminx is the tips. So what you want to do is find each tip and match it up with its correct center. So this tip needs to be rotated. Now it matches the center. This tip needs to be rotated. Now it matches the center. This tip needs to be rotated. It now matches its center. And this tip needs to be rotated. Now it matches its center. And that is the first step completed. The second step is to match up 3 of any color centers. Now, I like to match up the blue centers because it's what I always do, and I think that they stand out the most. So what you're going to do is place your fingers on the 3 blue tips. In this case, they're right here. Now, your 3 fingers are going to make a triangle, and that triangle will be on a certain face. And that face is going to be the face that your blue is going to be on. So since I have all 3 fingers, it's going to be on this face. So this section right here needs to be rotated. The blue needs to come onto this face. And on this one, the blue's right there. It needs to come onto this face. Now you have all 3 blue centers. The next step to solve Pyraminx is you want to get these 3 blue edges on this bottom face. So what you want to do is find a blue edge on this part. We have one right here. And you'll see that it's blue and another color. In this case, it's yellow. So we want to find the yellow, and we want to match it up with the other yellow centers. In this case, now I have it lined up. Now what you want to do is this algorithm. If your piece is on the left side, you'll do this. Right, up prime, right prime. And your edge will now be in place. If you have this case, where you have the edge, and you match it up, and the piece is on the right, you'll do this algorithm. L prime, U, L, and your piece will be in place. That is all of the algorithms for the edges for the bottom. So now all you have to do is complete all of them. And our last blue edge is right here. You're going to move it so that it matches up with the center. This is red in this case. And since it's on the left, we're going to do R, U prime, R prime. And now we're in place. And you will see that we have completed a whole face of the Pyraminx. Now we can move on to the final step. The final step is to align these top edges with the top. Now, before you do that, you may need to rotate this top section so that the centers are aligned with its other centers. In this case, I didn't have to. So, there's a couple different instances that can happen here. I'm going to show you all 4, I think there are, maybe 5. So, the first instance is you have 2 edges that have one correct face, and 1 edge that has a non-incorrect face. So, here you can see this edge has the yellow, which is correct, this, which is not. This edge has green, which is correct, and red, which is not. This edge has red, which is not, and yellow, which is not. You're going to position this edge in the back. Now, this instance, depends on whether you have your incorrect edge on the right or left side. If it's on the right side, the algorithm you're going to want to do is right inverted, left, right, left inverted. Now, don't be alarmed that you have a blue edge that is out of place. All you have to do is do the algorithm that you did before and put the blue edge back in place. Now you will see that your Pyraminx is solved. There is also another instance where you will observe that this is correct, this is not, this is correct, this is not, and this has both correct. You put this in the back, and your incorrect edge is on the left. Now, you want to do this algorithm. Left, right inverted, right. Now again, you're going to take this blue edge that popped out of place and put it back. And you are solved. There is another instance in which you have 3 matching pairs of edges. In this case, when you want to turn it counterclockwise, you want to start with the left. So, we're going to go left, up, left inverted, up, left, up, left inverted. And you will see that your Pyraminx has been solved. In this case, we want the edges to be rotated clockwise. So we're going to start with the right. We're going to do right, up inverted, right inverted, up inverted, right, up inverted, right. Right inverted. Now you'll see that your Pyraminx has been solved. There you go, guys. That is my tutorial on how to solve a Pyraminx. If this helped you, leave a thumbs up. If I've left anything out of this video that you know is not correct, or I just forgot it, leave it down in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to support me, and if you like this video, drop a like so I can know to make more like it. Peace out.